Sometimes, the best way to learn, is to do things by hand. Installing WordPress manually gives you full control from creating the database, to uploading files, to setting up your site exactly how you want. It's not just about getting WordPress online. It's about understanding how it all works behind the scenes, how each file connects, how your database stores content, and how security starts from the very first setup step. When you take the manual route, you build confidence. You learn best practices, like organizing files neatly, protecting your data, and fine-tuning performance. And once everything's ready, you can choose a fast, lightweight theme like Lite, install your favorite plugins, and begin shaping your website from the ground up. So, let's roll up our sleeves and start the journey of installing WordPress manually, one step at a time. Before we begin the installation, we need the heart of it all, WordPress itself. Go to wordpress.org/download. There, you'll see a button that says Download WordPress. Click it, and you'll get the latest stable version in a simple .zip file. Save it somewhere easy to find, you'll need it soon when we upload the files to your hosting. Always make sure you're using the latest version. Each update includes important security fixes, performance improvements, and new features that keep your site running smoothly. And here's an important reminder. Only download WordPress from the official source. Avoid third-party websites, they may include harmful code that could slow down or even compromise your site. Now that you have your fresh copy of WordPress ready, let's move on to the next step, setting up your database. Before we begin the installation, we need the heart of it all, WordPress itself. Go to wordpress.org/download. There, you'll see a button that says Download WordPress. Click it, and you'll get the latest stable version in a simple .zip file. Save it somewhere easy to find, you'll need it soon when we upload the files to your hosting. Always make sure you're using the latest version. Each update includes important security fixes, performance improvements, and new features that keep your site running smoothly. And here's an important reminder. Only download WordPress from the official source. Avoid third-party websites, they may include harmful code that could slow down or even compromise your site. Now that you have your fresh copy of WordPress ready, let's move on to the next step, setting up your database. Next, let's create a new database, the place where WordPress stores all your posts, pages, and settings. Inside cPanel, look for MySQL databases and open it. You'll see a field to create a new database. Type a name, something simple like WP_manual. Remember, cPanel automatically adds your hosting username before the database name. So if your username is ABCD and your database name is MYDB, the full name will be ABCD_MYDB. Click Create Database and that's it. Your database is ready. Make sure to note down the full database name, because you'll need it later when editing the wp-config.php file. Use clear, consistent names, especially if you manage multiple sites. It'll make backups and organization much easier. And one quick tip: avoid spaces or special characters in your database name. They can cause errors during installation. With your database created, it's time to add a user and give it the right permissions. Now that you've created your database, the next step is to add a new user, the one that WordPress will use to connect to your database. Scroll down to MySQL users in your cPanel. Here, you'll create a username and a strong password. Use the password generator if your hosting provides one. A good password should mix letters, numbers, and symbols. The stronger, the better. Once done, save these credentials somewhere safe. You'll need them soon when editing the wp-config.php file. Avoid simple usernames like admin. And never reuse passwords from other accounts. Weak or common credentials make your site an easy target for attacks. By creating a unique, secure user, you're building a strong bridge between WordPress and your database, keeping your website safe from the start. Now that you've created a user, it's time to grant access, giving WordPress permission to use your database. In cPanel, look for Add User to Database. Select the user you just created. Then choose the database you want to connect it to. Click Add, and when prompted, assign all privileges. These permissions allow WordPress to do everything it needs. Create tables, store content, and manage updates automatically. It's a small but crucial step. Without full privileges, WordPress won't be able to communicate with your database, and the installation will fail. So take a moment to confirm your settings. Maybe even note them down, it'll help if you ever need to troubleshoot later. With database access granted, you're ready for the next step: uploading your WordPress files. Now, let's upload WordPress to your hosting. This is the heart of the manual installation process. In your cPanel, open File Manager. Then, navigate to the root directory, usually called public_html. This is where your website lives. Click Upload, and choose the WordPress.zip file you downloaded earlier. Wait for the upload to finish. It may take a minute or two, depending on your connection. If the file is large, or your internet is slow, you can also use an FTP client like FileZilla for faster and more stable uploads. Before moving on, double-check that you've uploaded to the correct directory. Installing WordPress in the wrong folder could make your site unreachable. Once everything's in place, you're ready to extract the files and bring WordPress to life on your server. Once your WordPress file is uploaded, it's time to extract it into the right folder. In File Manager, find the uploaded.zip file. Select it, then click Extract. Wait a few moments while cPanel unpacks everything. When it's done, make sure all files are placed inside the root directory, usually public_html, or in a subfolder if you're setting up a blog or a test site. For example, installing in a folder named blog will make your site appear at yourdomain.com/blog. After extraction, delete the .zip file. It's no longer needed and just takes up space. Before moving on, double-check that every file is in the right place. Missing or incomplete extract ions can cause errors later on. Once everything looks good, you're ready to connect WordPress to your database and begin the setup. Now, it's time to connect WordPress to your database. And that happens through the wp-config.php file. Inside your WordPress folder, find the file called wp-config-sample.php. Rename it to wp-config.php. Open the file, and you'll see a few lines that need your attention. Replace the placeholders with your real database details. db_name your database name. db_user your database username. db_password your database password. db_host usually just localhost. Save the file, and close it. Take a moment to double-check everything. Even a small typo can cause the dreaded error establishing a database connection. Keep a backup of this file. It's your lifeline if something goes wrong later. Once your configuration is set, you're ready to launch the WordPress installation in your browser. Everything is set. Your files are ready, your database is connected. Now it's time to run the WordPress installer. Open your browser and go to yourdomain.com. You'll see the WordPress setup screen. Follow the simple steps. Enter your site title. Create an admin username, password, and email address. Then choose your language. When everything looks good, click Install WordPress. After a few seconds, you'll see the success message. Your site is now live. You can log in anytime at yourdomain.com/wp-admin. To start fresh, install a lightweight, fast-loading theme like Lite. Optimized for speed, SEO, and mobile performance. It's the perfect foundation for a clean, professional site. And remember, always use strong passwords and unique usernames to keep your website secure from the very beginning.